Well, we've been on our boat for 5.5 months, and today really marks the first day that we're sailing for fun. Everything else we've done has been, getting somewhere, getting work done, getting across the Atlantic, getting to Florida. I mean, it's been arduous, but today we're leaving Nassau. We're going to go around the west end of the island and across the right bank of the Exuma bank, and head to the Exumas, and we're going to start our adventure. So, I mean, it's been an adventure all along, but today is when we actually start sailing, for fun. Got no plans other than get to the Exumas and start enjoying this lifestyle. So, I hope you come along with our journey and enjoy it as much as I hope we will. And we'll show you little bits and parts of it all the way across. Alright, we're just starting to run the Exuma bank. This is where we can get down to 5 feet. We got to worry about coral heads. Got Cindy up on the bow. She's watching for any big dark spots. There she is. Big thing here is if we see anything, she'll point out and yell, okay, we got to go port, starboard, whatever. We should be okay. We took the white bank route, which is safer of the two routes. It's a lot longer, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I think we're going to be okay. But we got about 40 miles of this, so it's going to be interesting. But this is why we do it, because we love it.
This is our forward sonar. It helps us look for those treacherous bombies. This is Norman's Key. Back in the 70s, this island served the Medellin cartel's major drug smuggling operation of cocaine in the U.S., run by Carlos Lederer. In fact, the last thing you can still see of his is the roof of his former mansion. But it's sad about the drug running. It could not have happened without the help of the Bahamian government. We are at the site of the iconic C-46 drug plane wreck. Urban legend has it this plane was overladen with drugs and couldn't make the landing. But the real reason is the pilots were simply drunk. They tried to pull up when they came to the runway, but they hit a berm, damaging and destroying their landing gear, and they even clipped the propeller. They did pull up, but not enough time to land again, and ended up going into the bay. So they sent out the drug lords to go get them, and they found the two pilots sitting in the cockpit, laughing and saying this was the best ride of their life. So in all, the myth is pretty good, but I think what really happened is even better. The only part of snorkeling that's not any good is getting back at the tender.
Alright, we're maneuvering through very shallow waters to get out of this anchorage. Heading from Norman's Cut over to Shroud Cay, or Norman's Cay to Shroud Cay. We got the sonar on, Cindy's up front, checking, looking for any type of coral heads or anything out there. So far so good. Gotta keep switching back and forth between sonar and the charts just to make sure I'm on a good path. Right now it looks pretty good. The sonar keeps looking good on me. Got about 7 feet of water underneath us, and we draw just a little over 4. I don't see any obstructions right now. Alright, we're through the so-called shallows. It's actually shallower here than it was on the chart showing, so we're at 6.5 feet, 5 feet. Oh crap. So I don't know what's going on here, but there it is, back at 7 feet. So from here we're going to leave Norman's Cay and we're going to go over to Shroud Cay. Shroud Cay is the northernmost key in the Exumas Land and Sea Park. And on there they got some great beaches, but what we plan on doing is either taking the dinghy if we can, or we'll take the paddle boards, go through the island on a little creek, and come out on the other side, on the Atlantic side, and just make a day of it. Hopefully we'll get there without too much trouble, because it can get pretty shallow. But once we get over there, they have a little cut there. It's called the wash machine, where we can, on the outgoing tide, you just basically float the river, and there's a very narrow spot where it might get up to about 2 knots, and you go through the wash machine. It only lasts 30 seconds or so, and then you swim back to the side, and then you do it again. But it should be kind of cool. Be another nice relaxing day, and we'll see how she goes.
Whenever we anchor, we like to check the anchor to make sure it's dug in and we won't drag. But filming doesn't always go as planned. But at least the anchor is secure. We are now entering Shroud Cay on our way to the washing machine. This narrow and very shallow cut through the island is amazingly beautiful. I mean, just look at that water. The cut winds back and forth through the island, and every time we think we're just about there, we get turned around. This cut is also known as a breeding ground for turtles, and the black-tipped sharks. Now, we did see a few turtles, but unfortunately no sharks today. Atlantic.
People are swimming over there.
These people are out there now.
Yeah, they're swimming. Are you gonna go out there?
Now really, does it get any better than this?
Getting ready to wind away.
Well, I gotta tell you, the washing machine definitely was on low spin cycle. We just missed the strong incoming tide. It was actually kind of a slack tide at this time. So I got a little swim, but not the ride that I was hoping to get. Want to bet Cindy never forgets her shoes again? I know I've said it before, but geez, just look at that water. barefoot, huh? My parents raised me as an only child. That really pissed off my brother. The other day, I took off Cindy's skirt. Then she says, take off my shirt. So I took off her shirt. Then she says, take off my shoes. So I took off her shoes. And finally she said, take off my bra and panties. So I did. And she said, don't let me catch you wearing my clothes again.